and today I will present a brief history of Cuba. I chose this topic because I'm from there and I would like to share with all of you what I learned about my country. To begin with, Cuba is the largest island in the Caribbean and lies only 90 miles from Key West, Florida. The country was discovered by Christopher Columbus in 1492. The original name was Kubanacan, which came from the Taino tribe's language, a tribe native to the island and also the most advanced tribe found there. They knew how to cultivate the land and grew yucca, maize, tobacco, and other fruit. When he first discovered it, Columbus thought he had found Asia and claimed Cuba as a Spanish colony. By the year 1515, the Spanish had established 6 settlements on the island. Originally, the Spanish were looking for gold, but the main income came from agriculture. The natives began to die out from disease brought by Europeans. Because of this, the Spanish had to bring in labor in the form of African slaves. Because of the location, Cuba became the main port for Spain. However, attempts to attack the country were made often. The Spanish did not allow trade with any other countries. Cuba's population rose, and most people lived in the capital of Havana, which replaced Santiago de Cuba in 1607. That's pretty far, because the first capital was actually very close to the first settlement. Cuba was owned by Britain in 1762 until it was traded back to Spain in 1763. Migration to Cuba began to increase, with people coming from Haiti, Santo Domingo, and Florida. This migration contributed to tensions, which turned into the 10-Year War in 1868. This civil war and other conflicts stretched up to 1895, when poet José Martí began a revolution to fight for the independence of Cuba from Spain. This battle ended with the signing of the Treaty of Paris on December 10, 1898. Do you guys know about the Treaty of Paris?
No.
Well, in brief, it was signed giving America control of Cuba, Puerto Rico, and the Philippines. 4 years later, the first Cuban congressional meeting was held. Because of the high price of sugar, Cuba did well economically until 1920s. After dictatorship was put in place, life in Cuba became more difficult. More interesting than its history is Cuba as a vacation destination. There are many things to see on the island, from the city to the beaches to its tropical parks. Havana, which is the busiest city on the island, Varadero, known for its 36-kilometer beach, with tourist destinations as far as the eye can see. The western part of the island is known for the production of cigars and holds most wildlife, many national parks, and snorkeling off the coast. As far as tourism goes, it has been a challenge because of Cuba's government. However beautiful, travel to the country has been difficult because of its government policies. Political conditions are harsh. Under Fidel Castro's rule, the island is under a totalitarian communist system. Everything is watched and controlled, which leaves no room for freedom of speech. The government takes political prisoners no matter how peaceful their protests. Conditions in prison are cruel, poverty is everywhere, and medical standards are not as high as those in the US. Hospitals run out of supplies or bed space to take care of their patients. Cuban law doesn't allow unions, and jobs don't pay enough to cover living costs. Conclusively, Cuba is a rich and beautiful country, despite its economic hardship, and it's rich in history and nature. Cuba is a beautiful country, and I would like to encourage anyone who has the opportunity to travel and see the nature and architecture through the island.